because when I said I gave myself 1 week to be a UGC creator, I actually didn't expect anything to happen from it. This past month, my whole Instagram feed, my whole TikTok feed has been flooded with like how to start UGC, how much I make as a UGC creator, UGC this, UGC that type of content. It can't be that easy, right? However, it's gotten to a point where I've genuinely had so much information thrown at me that I'm convinced that I could do it. Not only that, I'm convinced that I could do it in a week. So in this week's video, not only am I going to start like my portfolio, researching how to do it, applying for brand deals, but I am making this promise right now. By the end of this week, I will have my first UGC deal. And the beauty about this is I can always edit it out if it doesn't happen. UGC stands for user generated content, and this is basically where brands will get different creators out there to create videos promoting their product to use in their own advertising campaigns as opposed to you posting it on your own page. So how does UGC actually work? Creators usually pitch themselves to brands saying, hey, I'm a UGC content creator, I did this, I did that, here's an example of my work, here's my portfolio, and then if brands are interested, they will contact you. It's a lot of freelancing, so I'm a little bit overwhelmed. So here are some of the things that I must do before I even start applying for brands, pitches, and stuff like that. Number one is actually like research a little bit more into this. I want to see what other people include in their portfolios. I want to see what type of stuff you have to put, what type of stuff is good, how you phrase it. I really want to research rates and how much things go for, because there are different types of usage rates. And I think that one of the most important things is when you're going into like any sort of like social media content creation that's freelance is like actually understanding the law of how much you should get paid and contracts. After I've got my research done, then I have to build a portfolio. I'm not really sure what has to go in it, like specifics, but I'm assuming something like actual like videos of your work. I don't really have much because I'm not a UGC content creator. So I'm probably gonna have to create some fake ads or some fake content, which I'm very excited about. And probably the thing that I'm most excited about is creating a portfolio, like the actual graphics of it, because I love a little bit of graphic design. And after that, I'm gonna have to send a bunch of different pitches to different brands and research how you actually like get the deals and which brands take UGC content creators, because I'm assuming not everyone does it and not every brand knows what it is. So we have a lot of work to do this week. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. I've been reading about these things for a couple of hours now, and I think that I found some really useful things. Number one is the type of like stuff to include in your portfolio. So in my head, I just assumed that you just have to do like different brand type of videos. Because different brands are looking for different things in relation to content, you have to put as many different things in your portfolio, if that makes sense. So some really useful things that I've learned is that you should always include something with your voice, like a voiceover or a video of you talking, because a lot of brands want to know what you sound like. Some other things that I saw that you should include is stuff like unboxing videos, which luckily for me, I already have some, because otherwise it would be really annoying to like go out and fake an unboxing for something. So I've got that covered. Try on hauls or like more casual videos. A lot of these like UGC experts were talking about how you should always have like a contrast, so you can have like really professionally highly shot content and then have more like casual, like, hey, what's up? The way that you would just like talk casually on like your personal account. Saying that I'm going to record a more like professional type of advert, because I don't really have anything that's like high-end cinematic type of look. And I think that's like a really big market within UGC that I can tap into, because I've got a film degree and I can color grade. And so would you if you watched our videos. So now that I have the general knowledge of how this industry works, I think I'm ready to start making my first fake adverts to add to my portfolio. So I'm scared. I was trying to think of like which to start first. I think I'm gonna do like a high quality photo concept, because I don't really have any examples of like photography that I can put on a portfolio. So I've got this bench, which I think is like the perfect place to put the mug, and the background is very much like plain white. So I'm gonna go try and take these pictures. I just finished filming. Obviously I was using this camera for the video, so I didn't film a behind the scenes, but I actually made a TikTok about this. If you wanna go follow us at Pixar, you can see the behind the scenes there. Now it's time to edit. I'm gonna start with the photos first. I really like a lot of these, specifically this one I think is really cute. We're aiming to make it Instagrammable, so let's do a square type of thing. And once that's done, I'm just gonna click remove object, because there's a piece of paper at the front. Remove tool is the most helpful thing in my day-to-day life, because I'm such a lazy photographer. There's also like a little stain on the wall, and any like marks on the bench that I don't like, I'm just gonna remove it all. I actually think that like the composition of this image is pretty good, so I'm not gonna adjust much of it. This one's actually pretty simple to edit. I'm just gonna go on adjust, and I'm gonna mess around with the highlights. I'm also gonna increase the temperature a little bit, give it a little like cozy feel, but not too much because then it's gonna look really overly edited. I'm gonna lower the saturation for the bench, and then I'm gonna overlay the image we saved of just like the mug that's edited, and I'm gonna click remove background, and that's done. This is how it looked like, and this is what my final product looks like. Obviously this is gonna depend on what style of like photography and stuff you're looking for, but I think this is cute. Let's edit the video. Okay, starting off with the first shot of the video is me walking into the kitchen, this clip, and I'm just gonna basically do like really basic editing, just like trimming it. Door is slightly crooked, so I'm just gonna like straighten it out a little bit. The next shot should be of me opening the fridge. Little editing tip that's super helpful in like everything you edit, but specifically on short form videos because they're so quick. You have to really like work your pacing. It's really important that you cut on the action. So for example, if you're opening a cupboard and your first shot is like of you opening the cupboard and then it's like a POV of the cupboard opening, you need to cut on the actual action as opposed to you opening the cupboard and then it just like cuts to the cupboard just being opened, because it makes it more engaging and it gives it a reason to actually cut. I added some subtitles to my videos because I think that just makes it a little bit more like clearer. And this is what the final ad actually ended up looking like. At this point in my life, I've probably spent thousands of pounds on coffee shops, which doesn't really make me feel great about myself. But making my own coffee has always seemed so intimidating. That is until now, because I found the Nescafe Azera Craft Grindsmith collab. It's just instant coffee, so it's super easy to make, but it's also just really high quality Colombian Arabica beans. And my favorite part is the subtle sweet chocolate and cherry flavor, which just makes it taste so expensive, but it's just so much cheaper and honestly better than anything you'd find in a coffee shop. I think it's so cute. I guess it's time to build a portfolio. I've researched this and most people tend to use a website, which makes sense because we're gonna link videos and stuff like that. It's easier than sending a PDF link. But either way, if you're gonna go down the PDF route or actually make a website, then the first steps are pretty much the same. First thing you're gonna do is research the type of aesthetic that you want your portfolio to be. I've looked up some inspiration and I really like the look of these portfolios. And since we know what to include in it, I'm pretty much just kind of speed running it. I'm gonna create the opening page for it, basically make it very clean, very much like my name, a little picture of me, and the different sections that you can click through the website, like the portfolio, about me, rates, so and so. This is what I came up with. I think it looks really good. I think it looks exactly like it did in the design, but I just want to check if all the links work. I'm actually obsessed with this. I guess we're ready to reach out to brands. Okay, business hack time. The first method that you can use is through apps. There's a lot of these different apps that you go on it, you link your account, you write a bio, and you put little examples of your work. Then you can actually apply for a lot of the opportunities that they already have there, so you don't have to actually like reach out to brands. Some of my favorites that I have found so far, there's one called Skippers, an app called Tribe. The one that I'm also a big fan of is called VAM. So I'm actually gonna make accounts for all of those, and I'm gonna start applying for opportunities. Okay, I have very exciting news. I feel like this is like you're watching it as it happens, but I just got accepted for one of the campaigns that I applied for and I got my product. And so this morning I'm gonna be shooting the ad. I'm really excited because when I said I gave myself 1 week to be a UGC creator, I actually didn't expect anything to happen from it. Okay, so it's actually been a little bit over a week since I started this project, and I quickly wanted to update that I've actually had 2 other projects come up. My overall conclusions of this was that yes, it's a very accessible thing for people to do as long as you have a phone. Everybody can kind of give it a go. Is it like a sustainable career right away? No. As I predicted, you're not going to get thousands and thousands of pounds on your first month of doing UGC. However, if you're really into content creating and you want to get into it, or you want to slowly build it up to the point where it is your full-time job, then I recommend you start it right away. Stop making excuses, just pick up your phone and start shooting content around your house, emailing brands, getting on these apps, and who knows, maybe in a week you too will also have a brand deal. Thank you so much for watching this. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want to give a UGC career a go, make sure you download PixArt, link in bio, to help with all your photo and video editing needs. As always, I will see you next week. Bye!